McCall who gets the catch. He's got patrol.
Live from Tartan Arena in Oakdale, Minnesota, we are underway with the Tartan Titans taking on the North St. Paul Polars. First possession for Tartan was unsuccessful as the North St. Paul Polars bring it up the floor. This is Tamia Horton looking for a teammate. Gets the pass from Kylie Gunther, and the shot rims out. Tartan with possession in the early stages of the first half. Jeff Disher with you, by the way, as Tartan controls the ball on the far wing. That pass from Michaela Harris goes far side to Katia Cummings, and the shot from inside goes down. Tartan with the first 2 points of the game, thanks to Emma Munter. North St. Paul brings it up the floor. Far side, this is Magnolia Jones, who is 6.4 points per game so far on the season. Dribble drive for Tolchi Nuanpa goes by the wayside, and here come the Titans. Brought ahead by Cummings, over for three, believe was Brianna Methner, but that went begging. That pass intended for Tamia Horton, picked up by Horton, and back behind the three-point stripe, where picking it up is Nuanpa. Nuanpa shoots it for two, off the backboard and out, but the possession maintained by Magnolia Jones. Jones looking for a teammate, needs to be careful, throws it inside near Horton. Now Jones with it back, bounce pass over to Nuanpa, and Nuanpa looking for a teammate. And her shot for three, I believe, looked good. It was a two, as we are about minute 15 into the game, tied at 2 from Oakdale. Brought ahead by Cummings, goes over to Methner. Methner, chest pass over, far wing, got it to Cummings. And now Tartan slowing things down as Cummings with the ball again, far wing. Looking inside to Methner. However, Harris gets herself free. This three-point attempt off the rim and out. That not saved by Tartan, so therefore we will go the other way. Mackenzie Galatovich will come into the game for North St. Paul. Michaela Harris on screen, 247 total points, making 11.2 points per game. And 247 total points, impressive for a 22-game season thus far. Tartan with possession on their offensive side of the floor. Quick three off the back rim. Dribbled out of bounds. Thought it was last touched by Horton. It was not. North St. Paul will keep possession. Nuanpa with it. Excuse me. As Nuanpa throws it in. Horton up the floor. And now Horton into the lane. Waiting for a teammate, she got Magnolia Jones. Jones, around one. Jones threw it over to Tamia Horton. Horton bounces in, she lost the angle as this goes to Galetovich. Her shot off iron, and Tartan will regain control. 14.5 to play in the first half as that shot rolls off the rim. Second try not going to work. And North St. Paul back up the floor. Nuanpa, loose ball. looking for a teammate. Whistle. And it looked like a walk.
Jump ball is called, possession north, substitution in for Tartan.
And actually it was a jump ball with the possession arrow going to north. Similar rule in the college game. So we don't see the literal jump ball like you would in the second or the center circle. There you see Jarvis Keys, head coach for North St. Paul. And his polars are going to work. Down hard goes Nwanpa, and the foul called.
Foul called, marks number 32, Michaela Harris. Shooting two.
Michaela Harris with her first personal, team's first foul. As you see Nwanpa go down, and right back up she comes. Nwanpa to the line for two. The first one rims out. She'll get a second effort though. 51 points on the year for Nwanpa, 4.6 points a game over an 11-game stretch. The second one will rim out, and here comes Tartan on the ricochet, so to speak, as that ball is thrown down low to Michaela Harris. Harris inside, off the rim, but a foul first. And now the Titans to the line. Brianna Bell was the fouled. Magnolia Jones with her first personal. As Bell was the fouled player. First shot goes in. Tartan with a 3-2 lead now. 5.8 points a game for Brianna Bell so far this year. Her second attempt on the way. And it rims out. Ball tipped around into the lane. Tartan maintains possession. Could get a quasi three-point play out of it if they want. But Katia Cummings will slow it down. It goes to Harris. Harris dribbles inside. Harris up and out. Ball still pinballing around. And Magnolia Jones takes possession for North St. Paul. And loses possession for North St. Paul. Here comes Tartan back up the floor. Harris for three. Rimmed out. Whistle goes. And a foul inside. Nwanpa with the foul. Her first personal. And the first of the ensuing free throws is essentially an air ball.
Also in for North, number 25, Kalia Briley.
Kalia Briley among the substitutions for North St. Paul. 13:15 to go in the opening half. I'll also have the boys game for you a little later on. That shot good, and Tartan with a 4-2 lead. Ball inbounded to Horton, and this is Ashley Horton as opposed to Tamia. And North St. Paul gets out of the backcourt. Up court they go. Aaliyah Horton with this. Horton throws it on to Ashley, and Ashley throws it over to Galatovich. Galatovich inside, walking the line, loses the ball. Here comes Tartan. This is Stroman. Outlet feed, eventually working its way to Katia Cummings. Cummings inside, won't go. Out of bounds to North St. Paul. There is Tartan head coach Zach Vogelsberg, his first season behind the bench for Tartan, who in the 2018-19 season were defeated by Woodbury in the Quad A quarterfinal. Tartan up the floor, loose ball in the paint, and a jump ball situation called.
Jump ball is called, possession, Tartan.
Tartan maintains control. Pass into Stroman. Shot would not go. North St. Paul ball. 4-2 our score, 12:21 to play in the first half. Coming on the floor for Tartan is Sulia Osman. Up the floor come the Polars. This is Horton losing control, and Tartan will work their way out. Nice pass from Harris inside. Shot would not go. That shot came from Brianna Bell. Tartan still with possession. Quick three-point shot goes down. That was Katia Cummings with the shot from the far wing. 7-2 now in Tartan's favor. Here comes North St. Paul. Up the floor, that shot from Horton did not go. Tartan now outletted to Harris. Harris fouled. So Harris to the line for two.
North foul for 12, Tamia Horton.
Tamia Horton called for the foul, her first.
Harris shoots 2.
And Jarvis Keys looking for an explanation. First shot of 2 goes down for
Substitutions in for North, number 3.
Tartan, and so they hold an 8-2 lead. 11:33 to play in the first half. And the second one will also go down. Tartan with a 9-2 lead. North St. Paul coming up the floor. This is Briley working it ahead. Briley across the midcourt line. Briley ran into a wall and is fouled. I don't know that 1 goes into 2, but that math just doesn't seem to work for me. Therefore, that led to the foul. Throw in on the side of the court for Nwanpa. And she got it to Briley. Briley waiting for a screen, not going to get one. And now Briley has to hurry. Timeout North St. Paul before the foul would have been called. 11:14 to play in the first half. Jarvis Keys calls timeout.
30-second timeout.
And it's a 30-second timeout as North St. Paul sits with a 7-point deficit here in the early going. Let's talk about these teams. Tartan, first of all, scoring 36 points a game and allowing 61. They've scored 56 points in a game, and they've allowed 19 at their fewest. For North St. Paul, they're scoring 25 a game and allowing 64. The most points they've scored is 49, and the fewest points that they've allowed is 38. Ball thrown in, it's at the side of the court, and we're back underway. This goes to Horton, waiting for a teammate, got one in the form of Magnolia Jones. Jones deflected that pass over to Nwanpa. Nwanpa for 3, off the iron. Here comes Tartan. And now they come ahead. This goes to Stroman, and that ball kicked out of play. It'll stay with Tartan. Ball will be tossed in down low. 2 points for Tartan, and they're up 11-2. That is Emma Munter. 10.5 to go in the first half as Aaliyah Horton drives it up the floor. Foul off the ball. Believe it is a hold. Stroman with the foul call, her first. Just out on the edge of the baseline is Aaliyah Horton trying to keep that ball alive. She did, it looked like. North St. Paul with possession. Nwanpa will throw it in. Bell among those back in for Tartan. 10:24 to go, first half of play. 11-2 Tartan over North St. Paul so far. Jeff Disher with you. Flying solo on Valentine's night. I'll let you draw those conclusions. Brought ahead by Bell. And this goes towards Favors. Now in for Stroman and out for Munter. Munter threw it down low. And now a three-point attempt off the mark, but a rebound off the rim. Out of play it'll go to North St. Paul. In fact, the last time these two played, Tartan won the matchup at North High School by a count of 42-19 back on January 11th. So these two teams have seen each other once this year already. Whistle up court. North St. Paul now up the floor. This is Horton. And Horton looking for a teammate to pass to in the form of Aaliyah, her sister. And that ball thrown near Catherine Fox, who goes down in a heap. Or check that was Nwanpa. Went down in a heap, Tartan ball. Ball inbounded. And Cummings up the floor, pass inside, and now back out. Bell threw it over. And a quick shot put up by Methner. Scores. 13-2. Ball brought up the floor by Magnolia Jones. Jones tries to get around one. Her pass inside intended for Horton allows Tartan to regain control. That shot goes down. Watch Tartan on the fast break, everybody. Cummings with the shot going down. And now North St. Paul up floor. Jones rims out. And now here comes Tartan, foul off the ball. Or actually foul on the ball. And a stoppage of play with 8.5 to go in the first half. Cummings will shoot a pair from the charity stripe. Cummings, 58.1% going into the game from the charity stripe. 8.3 points a game. She also has 5.5 rebounds a game. And even just over 2 steals. 17-2 Tartan. As 8.5 is left to be played in the first half. Horton with it up the floor for the North St. Paul Polars. And now this one dropped off to Nwanpa, dribbled inside, foul. Nwanpa to the line, you'd assume, for a pair. 8:19 to play, first half of play. I believe the foul will go on Munter, her first. So Nwanpa for 2 gets the first one to go. Substitutions for both teams, or actually just Tartan, as Tyja Stroman comes in for Tartan. 17-3, and now 17-4. Or check that. It is 17-4, right? Tartan with the ball. 8:10 to go in the first half. Thrown in by Cummings, but thrown out of bounds too. And so North St. Paul will get possession. See everybody getting ready for the boys game, which we will have in its entirety following the conclusion of this one. Tartan with possession. That shot from inside by Harris goes down. 19-4 the score with 8 minutes to play in the first half. Illegal inbounds pass, and the possession goes over to Tartan. So now you'd think the inbounds play would just be a simple 2-point attempt from down below your basket. Instead, that pass goes out to Stroman. Stroman got it over to Harris. Quick shot by Cummings, rims out. Stroman battles hard and she gets the deuce. Apparently I should call her number a little bit more. 7.5 to play in the first half as Tartan back up the floor with Harris. Harris stripped, but she took steps. So North St. Paul ball after the offensive foul was committed. Ball thrown in to Ashley Horton. Horton races up the floor. Horton looking for room, got it over to a vacant corner, was aiming for Magnolia Jones. Now Tartan looking to work their way up the floor. This goes over to Cummings. Cummings stops, pops, gets it over to Harris. Harris now slowing things down as she goes over to the far wing. Dribble drive, up and good. That's Stroman. North St. Paul back up the floor. Magnolia Jones across the timeline and into the front court. Check that. Jones for three would not go. This one comes instead to Harris. Inside, off the rim, foul first. 23-4, the Tartan Titans up over North St. Paul right now. 6.5 left to play in the first half of a lovely doubleheader. And I know you saw what I did there. Harris with a pair, misses the first.
Back in ball game, Tartan number 15, Brianna Methner.
Methner back in.
Harris shoots one.
You see Michaela Harris, 11.2 points per game, entering tonight's play. And she gets the back end of the pair. 24-4 in Tartan's favor. North St. Paul gets the ball thrown in. Horton works it up the floor. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first half, actually. Quick three from the far side, banked off the window and in. Ashley Horton with the three ball. That's one way to play the angles. And a three to answer. Katia Cummings with this three-point shot from the same side of the floor. 27-7. Loose ball on the deck. North St. Paul keeps possession, and that's Walker going inside and traveling. Ball will be thrown in by Suelia Osman. Osman got it back, and across the timeline, Tartan goes. Cummings back to Osman. Osman works it around, got it to Stroman. Stroman waiting. Now it'll eventually get to Faith Williams. Inside, foul. Halting play with 5:22 to play, and Osman should go to the line for a pair.
Northbound 35, Kylie Gunther.
Gunther with the foul. Believe that's her first of the night. And the first one rims out. Osman with one more. She has 38 points in the year, just over 2 points a game. And she can't get either end of the pair. That ball thrown away. North St. Paul with possession with 5 minutes and some change left in the bank. Timeout. Believe it'll be North St. Paul's timeout. You see Zach Vogelsberg trying to just keep his team in line despite having a 20-point lead. You also see Jarvis Keys on the left side of that split screen. Can make some nifty moves around here. And we are back underway. Ball thrown in and stolen by Tartan. This one will eventually get to, look like Williams was not exactly sure. However, Tartan with possession. Quick shot from the near wing, wouldn't go. And here comes North St. Paul. 4:55 left in the first half of play. Loose ball, jump ball. And the jump ball won by North St. Paul via the possession arrow. 20-point game, 4:50 left to go in the first half of play. And that ball tossed in to Jones. Jones works it up the near side, looking for a teammate. Pass intended for Horton, but stolen by the Titans. And Katia Cummings could not fight out of that scrum. Tartan gains possession off the jump ball. And up the floor they go. Far side, off the top of the window, and out of play. You see Kylie Gunther imposing her will inside. And that pass intended for Williams got there. Williams dropped it off. Got it to Munter. 3 on the way. Got it. That was Sualia Osman. 30-7. North St. Paul coming up the floor, but the ball stolen by Munter. And a foul on Kylie Gunther, or Gunther, let's translate that. Gunther was the victim of the foul there. But it's a non-shooting foul, so the ball will be thrown in at the side of the court. Stroman and Bell back in for Tartan. And North St. Paul throws the ball back into play with Lucy Walker doing the honors. Horton with that. It'll go cross court to Aaliyah Horton. Aaliyah dropped it off and got it over to Magnolia Jones. Jones over towards Gunther, ball out of bounds. 3:39 to play first half. And the ball back into play. Here comes Tartan, imposing their will on North St. Paul so far. Up the floor comes Cummings. Cummings inside. Doesn't get through that wall of polars, but the shot inside will go down. Tyja Stroman with the basket. 32-7 Tartan. North St. Paul with possession now. Magnolia Jones throws it inside and out of bounds before Walker could get there. But a player down for Tartan in the paint. Looks like a knee, and that is Tyja Stroman. And it looked to me like that was just straight basketball contact, as the Titans are waiting to see what happens. You see Stroman there, 3 points a game for Stroman, 17 played.
Checking for North, number 12, Tamia Horton.
For North St. Paul, Tamia Horton will come back in. And you see the Metro East standings. Well, we've got a second. These two teams, bottom of the table. But you see Hill Murray ahead of Simley by, we'll call that a half game in the conference. Simley with a perfect 10-0 record in the Metro East. Hill Murray with a lone loss. South St. Paul also 9 losses with Tartan, as it was Stroman getting up just there. Matamidi also 14-7 on the year, which is looking impressive come section time. So we'll get a throw in on the near side of the court by Aaliyah Horton. And we are back underway with 3 minutes and some pennies left in the bank. This goes to Jones. Jones waiting for her shot. That's a 2-point shot going up, and it rims out. Rebound and a foul call. Methner with the foul on Kylie Gunther, so she'll go to the line for a pair. Gunther's first shot rims out. Gunther's played it 9 games so far this year. Second effort, rims out. Tartan with the rebound. Up the floor they go. Outlet feed to Osman. Emma Munter got the pass from Osman, and it's 34-7. 2.5 left to play. Ball out of bounds, it'll go to Tartan. Seven total fouls for Tartan, it looks like. 6 on the bank account for North St. Paul. Tartan up the floor. Osman throws that one over to Bell. Bell for 3 from out by the Wisconsin border almost, and it wouldn't go. Ball thrown over to Cummings. That 3 ball is airballed, and the 2-point attempt for Emma Munter on the rebound goes down. You know what? We can call that 3 ball from Woodbury, I suppose. The Wisconsin border would maybe be like opposite side of the court. 1:51 left to play, first half. And that ball thrown in for Tartan. Bell worked it over to Cummings, who works it cross court. Osman 100 seconds to play in the first half. Munter now looking inside, and it goes down. Harris with the bucket, 38-7. Tartan ball because North St. Paul could not get it inbounded in time. This will be big for Tartan as that ball tipped out of play. Inbounded on the near side by Harris. And the ball goes into the lane. Whistle and a foul. Gunther with her second personal. 1-1 on the way for Emma Munter. And she gets the first one to go. She'll get the second one. 39-7. Tartan with the big lead with 80 seconds to go in the first half. Munter got them both. Ball inbounded by North St. Paul as this one goes to Ashley Horton. Horton races up the floor, got it over to Tamia Horton, her sister. However, Tamia could not keep control. 1:05 left to play in the first half as that one is thrown by Osman over to the far side. Osman got it back. This is Bell. Bell thought about a three. Osman. Osman loses her angle. Bounce pass inside. That one eventually gets to Munter for three. Rims out. 45 left in the period as a foul will halt play. North St. Paul will throw the ball back in with 43 and 8/10 seconds to play in the first half. Goes to Jones. Up the floor. This one goes to Horton now. Tamia Horton with possession as she tries to step two. Her pass to her sister Ashley leads to a shot that rims out. 25 left in the first half as Tartan works the ball ahead. This is Bell. Bell cross court, eventually getting it to Osman. Osman cross court. That shot rims out. 12 seconds to play in the period or in the half. Out of play to Tartan. Right in that difficult corner. Osman will look to inbound it. Osman's inbound pass tipped. Will stay right here. No time off the clock though. Osman throws that ball back in. It goes to Williams, who sends it down low. Munter could not get it to go as the final second of the opening half will go off the clock. At halftime, Tartan imposing their will on North St. Paul with a 40-7 halftime lead. Making Zach Vogelsberg very happy. We'll go to a quick timeout. Halftime activities will resume in a moment. You're watching high school basketball on SCC Sports.
Every empty seat at a concert, game, or special event is a missed opportunity to say thank you to America's heroes. Donate your extra tickets to VetTix. Give something to those who gave. Go to vettix.org.
My son Andrew was always a joy to be around. I always taught him to be accepting of other people. That's why when Andrew was suddenly fired from his teaching job for being gay, my heart just broke. As a parent, how do you prepare your child for something like that? I hope we get to a place where people will be treated with respect, equality, and love.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I am a 16-year-old boy who just got my first job to help feed my little sisters. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Back at the gymnasium at Tartan High School as the first of 2 contests between Tartan and North St. Paul underway. Tartan with a 40-7 lead at halftime in the girls' varsity contest. Jeff Disher here with you. Hope you're enjoying your Valentine's night. And we've got a lovely doubleheader for you that we are in the midst of. Wanted to provide a quick update on Tartan's freshman forward Tyja Stroman. Late in that first half, she went down awkwardly and over to the bench, favoring a knee. And she is now, last check we had, on crutches, but hopefully Tyja will get well and better soon enough as section play will commence here in the coming weeks. Let's look at highlights from that first half. You see Emma Munzer putting up a shot from inside the paint. And now North St. Paul bringing Tolti Nwanpa into proceedings. 2 of the 7 points as that 3 ball from Katia Cummings goes up. Here's Cummings once again, driving hard into the paint for a couple. It's Tyja Stroman prior to the injury. And Ashley Horton getting involved. Nice pass there from Brianna Bell to Emma Munter for a couple. As Tartan back out warming up. We will actually, not before I say, I thought that was Suelia Osman taking the 3 from out near the center line, but we will go to a quick timeout and we'll have the second half for you after this quick timeout.
Oh no, what happened?
Dave.
Oh, I got this. Hey, kiddo.
Dad.
It's good though. Good. Try.
I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. We don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
Well, I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
In your new role, we help you help. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it. Get it.
Back for the second half of play between Tartan and North St. Paul, quickly thrown in by Tartan, leading to a North St. Paul possession. which is ended with a foul as Tartan will come back up the floor. 40-7 Tartan in the early going of the second half as Cummings is bumped, holding play 14 seconds in. Nwanpa with the foul, her second personal. First team foul of the half for North St. Paul. Tartan with the ball in, Munter got it. North St. Paul now up the floor as Jones looking for teammates. Jones looking for the ball in the three-point area. Jones with a shot off the rim. Rebound, bounces out of play. We'll stay right here. You see Brianna Methner on your screen as North St. Paul will inbound the ball. Eventually getting to Jones from Horton. Loose ball picked up by Tartan's Michaela Harris, and up the floor we go. Harris bumped off the ball, and the shot from Methner wouldn't go. Second try, not gonna go. Foul called. It is actually a whistle stopping play. Jump ball called. North St. Paul wins that possession arrow battle. That rule similar to what the college rule is with possession arrow. And we're off once again. North St. Paul with possession. This is Ashley Horton working it over to Jones, who clanks one off the backboard. Here comes Emma Munter for Tartan. Munter looked for Harris and got her. Harris threw that one over to Cummings. Cummings looking for a teammate. Across the floor to Bell. Bell for three, wouldn't go. Rebound inside, and now Tartan with another three ball off the rim. And I believe that was Michaela Harris who put that shot up from near the parking lot. Here comes North St. Paul, ball stripped, loose on the deck. Jump ball. Waiting as Kylie Gunter struggling to get up, and she does. Methner with the foul. Gunther, slow to get off, was waiting for a whistle there. Gunther off under her own power. Looks like a knee, left knee. North St. Paul with possession. Horton will throw this one in, and that's Tamia Horton. Quick shot from the near side for Nwanpa, wouldn't go, and here comes Tartan. Bell thought about the three, takes a two though, wouldn't go. Rebound to North St. Paul. Under a football quarter, or actually under 16 minutes to play in the half. Whistle goes and a foul. And they actually give North St. Paul the timeout. 15:46 to play in the second half of play. The first of two between these two, as it is the boys who will have their turn momentarily. And I am looking forward to that one. North St. Paul with possession. The ball thrown in by Nwanpa. Got it over to Ashley Horton. Horton down low. Towards Gunther, I think. No, check that, that's Giladovich. Loose ball leads to a Tartan fast break for Harris, and it would not materialize. Harris to the line for a pair.
Harris shoots 2 for Tartan.
And she gets the first one to go. Harris, 11.2 points per game entering play. And she can't get the backside of the pair. North St. Paul with possession. You see Tartan head man Zach Vogelsberg there. And here come the Polars. Brought over to Galatovich. Galatovich tosses it to Nwanpa. Nwanpa for 3, air ball. It'll go instead to Cummings. Katia Cummings up floor. Nifty bounce pass over near Methner as that one inside drops in the foul. And Michaela Harris will be shooting one more for a 3-point play. Potentially. No. They're going to inbound the ball down low. So the basket is good. And Tartan could get a 5-point play out of it as that 3 goes up and down. Brianna Bell. Wow. Adding insult to injury is Brianna Bell getting the basket before, and then on the inbounds pass, they make a 5-point play out of seemingly nothing. As that foul called on Methner. Inbounds play near side. Nwanpa will do that on her. She's looking for Ashley Horton. Instead, she finds Galatovich. Galatovich goes to Nwanpa. 14:35 to play in the second half as that ball didn't even make it to the rim. Here comes Tartan. This goes to Cummings. Cummings works it over to Bell. Bell steps 2, drops it. Quick shot, goes down. Katia Cummings. And actually, they give it to Ozma. Whistle goes. And a stoppage of play. Bell with the foul, her first. Shooting 2 is Tolchi Nwanpa. Clanks the first one off the heel. 11 games played so far this year for Nwanpa, just a touch over 4.5 a game. She got that one to go with the assist to the backboard. Up floor come the Titans. This is Osman. Osman goes over to Harris. Harris with the 3-point basket. Michaela Harris has a stroke that anyone would be able to appreciate. Here comes North St. Paul. This is Jones, cross court. That 3 ball clanks. Galatovich wouldn't go. 13.5 to play. Here comes North St. Paul. Dribbled off her foot, did Nwanpa, and that'll be Tartan's ball. Kalia Briley enters the game for North St. Paul. And here comes Tartan back up court. Cummings got it over to Osman. Osman throws one and got it back. Now Munter, cross court to Cummings. Cummings over to Harris. Harris dribbles into the lane. Got it. Here comes North St. Paul. Jones working. Jones gets it over to Briley. Briley now going to work. This is Nwanpa for 3. That rims out. Munter will grind and get the board. It'll come to Cummings, inside, wouldn't go. The board goes to Jones. Up comes Galedovich. No check that, Magnolia Jones with a shot. North St. Paul thought there was a stoppage there. Briley maintains play. Briley got it to Jones. Jones now inside. Loose ball in the paint. And Tartan with possession. Bell for three from the parking lot off the rim. Whistle goes. And a stoppage of play. 12 minutes and 6 pennies left to go in the ball game. The first of two between Tartan and North St. Paul, the boys matchup coming up. I'll have that one for you right here on SCC. Looking forward to it. Loose ball, travel. So not even a loose ball at all. We'll go the other way. You see the gentlemen stretching their legs, warming up to take the court. Munter looking, Osman. Osman threw that one over to Cummings. Cummings waiting, Cummings. Munter. Now Harris directing traffic. Harris goes to Osman. Osman to Munter. Harris throws it over to Cummings. Cummings, Osman. Osman fouled. No check that, Faith Williams was fouled.
North foul number 3, coaching Wampa.
Ball tossed in by Harris. Osman. Pass intercepted for Faith Williams. Down the lane goes Nwanpa. She gets the bucket, and she'll get one more. Or at least the opportunity for one more. Kylie Gunther back into play, or back in. Galadovich will sit for a little bit. Unable to make the basket was Nwanpa, and so the three-point play goes up in smoke. Here comes Tartan. Osman put it up and through. We'll have North St. Paul get possession with 11 minutes to play. North St. Paul up the floor, and Nwanpa had it stolen from her, but a whistle goes, stopping that play. Wampa with the foul. Walker back in for the Polars. Five to 4, the foul count, by the way, in favor of Tartan, I suppose. 56-10 our score, 10:40 to play in the game. Down low, Osman went over to Cummings. And a shot from the far wing goes down. Michaela Harris. And now North St. Paul with possession on the ricochet. Horton's shot would not go. And that ensuing shot for Tartan would not go either. I believe that was Osman. 10 minutes and a nickel left to play in the ball game. Whistle goes. Horton back in for North. And this is Gunther. Gunther got it over to Horton. Horton for three, off the top of the rim and over.
Back again for the Titans, number 1, Brianna Bell.
Tartan will inbound. Osman threw that one over. Got it to Harris. Harris now down low to Cummings. Back to Harris. 3 is good. Michaela Harris. Up the floor comes Aaliyah Horton. Horton found a teammate in Lucy Walker. Walker stripped, got it back. Walker now gets room in the corner. Dropped it off to Gunther. It wouldn't go. Loose on the deck. Jump ball opportunity. And Tartan with possession. 9 minutes, 6 pennies left to go in the first of 2 between these two. Tartan will bring this one ahead. They've got to get across the timeline though. And Tartan does. Osman threw a pass intended for Cummings out of bounds. And because we are up over, I believe it is a 30-some point total in the last 10 minutes of the second half, we are in running time. I believe North St. Paul has to work to get it back under that number. Briley. Down low, got it to Horton. Air ball. I don't think that hit the rim. Loose. That shot wouldn't go. And the rebound controlled by Cummings. Cummings tosses it up court. Stripped was Osman, and here comes North St. Paul. This is Aaliyah Horton who is fouled. Zane Singer and Zariah Henry among those coming in for Tartan, as we are under 7.5 minutes to play. That pass from Pearson over, and now North St. Paul with possession. That's Walker, lost her angle. Now the ball loose on the deck. And you see Tyja Stroman with that right knee, or the left knee, I should say, taped up. As Briley with possession, she drops it off to Walker. Walker for Briley, ball stolen. And now across the timeline comes Carly Pearson. Tartan going to work. This is Singer, throws it cross court and a travel, allowing North St. Paul to regain possession. Up the floor come the Polars. This is Briley. Briley dribbles twice and now tosses it over to the top of the key where Horton waits. Horton dribbles down low, got fouled on her way in. 6 minutes to play. And now Horton, the first of 2, rims out. And the second also rims out for Horton, but she gets possession on the rebound. Horton loses it. And now the ball picked up by Raisa Riret. And now Tartan across the timeline with Riret. Singer throws it in, got it back. Singer couldn't put that bucket down. North St. Paul possession. Horton across the timeline. She's got her sister Ashley with her. Ashley worked it down low, got it over, and that shot goes down for Galetovich. 4.5 as that ball will bounce out of play. It was kicked, which would explain its low trajectory. Briley down low, she dribbled the baseline, got the shot, did Gunther, but it would not go, or actually check that, that was Aaliyah Horton. As Tartan comes back up the floor, Pearson on her own, and it would not drop. Singer with the basket. .340 left to go in the game. Cross court, Ashley Horton, air ball. North St. Paul keeps it alive, just tipped by Horton. Backcourt violation? Yes. Unable to keep that alive is Magnolia Jones. Could really say the over and back signal is the most universal signal that everyone understands in the game of basketball. At least in theory. 3 minutes and some change left in this one. Tartan with the ball. That's Lauren Burzat. Whistle, travel. Here comes North St. Paul. This is Ashley Horton. Back out to her sister Aaliyah, and the shot barely grazed the rim. Now that one went to Burzat, and North St. Paul up the floor. That shot for Horton is good. 2.25 remaining in the game. And up court come the Titans. That ball clanks off the rim as we are just under 2 minutes to play. Briley up court for North St. Paul. This goes over to Jones. Jones worked it over to Horton. That's Ashley Horton. Walker dropped it over to Aaliyah Horton. Aaliyah thought she got fouled. That did not materialize. And now the ball stolen by Briley briefly. And now Tartan back up the floor. That shot goes down. Asia Woodson with a buck and a dime left to play. Jones goes over to Aaliyah Horton. Horton dropped that off to Briley. Briley upended. Just under a minute to play, and I thought I saw a hockey game break out at a basketball arena. Brought over near Magnolia Jones, and it's good. 40 seconds to play in the game. This one never in doubt. It goes to Burzat. Burzat off the front of the rim. Ball picked up by the Polars. Under 30 to play. Pass intercepted, but it eventually gets to Briley for 2 points. And now Tartan up the floor, final possession of the game, you'd think. Inside, give the Titans 2 more. North St. Paul now with 3 seconds left. That pass intercepted, and that'll do it. The Tartan Titans defeat the North St. Paul Polars by a count of 69-19. And that's the first one. We have a second one ready, or almost ready for you, as the boys will get on the court shortly, and we'll have the second part of our high school basketball doubleheader come your way after this short timeout.